Hi and welcome to another Pick a Card general reading. So today we are doing something that I personally haven't done before, but I love watching these videos. We're doing a weekly predictions video. So hopefully we'll get a bit of insight as to what the week ahead looks like for us and maybe get a little bit of warning just in case. We do have a new moon coming up as well, so it might be good just to be mindful of the energies around us and to know how we can live our best life in this coming week. So we got three groups here. First group, you have the Four of Swords card from my Queen Slipper deck. I'm not going to say too much about it, I'm just going to show it to you and you can decide if that's your group. Group 2, you have the Ten of Pentacles. And group 3, you guys have the Ten of Cups. So take a little bit of time. Maybe you want to go back and pause it so you can read the words on each card. It's up to you. Take a bit of time to figure out which of those three groups you're feeling more drawn to. I am going to keep the cards. It may have some significance, maybe a general theme. I'm not too sure yet. When you're sure of which group is yours, or maybe you want to pick a couple if you're not really sure which single one is yours, just check the timestamps in the description box and join me in your reading. Hi and welcome group 1. If you chose this Four of Swords Queen Slipper card, then this is your reading. So this card is actually in the upright position. So we'll see if it has any grounding to the overall sort of energy of your reading. But this card is usually about reflecting. It's not necessarily about actions. It's just more of a time to be mindful of what's going on around you and to take time to really think things through before you act as well. It could mean that it is a time of rest or respite, just taking a break from your responsibilities and really using time to put yourself first as well. But overall, it's usually a card that means not a lot of action. So I'm feeling called to use the Hermetic Tarot deck for you guys because we have this black and white theme going on. So for Group 1, Spirit, what is a weekly prediction? What's going to happen in Group 1's week? What can Group 1 expect? Okay, we have the Four of Wands reversed. So I'm straight off the bat, I'm feeling that there are going to be disruptions in your home life. At the start of the week, you're going to feel very unbalanced energetically. You may have to set up a new structure, a new routine at home, something that offers you more time to yourself, more balance. I'm going to get more cards for us though. What is happening in Group 1's week? Gosh, we got two here. We got the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. I'll take both those cards. I'm just going to clarify these energies and then I'll tell you what I'm feeling already. Can we clarify the Four of Wands reversed, please, Spirit? Why is the Four of Wands reversed in this reading? Eight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Why is the King of Wands in this reading? Holy. Okay, listen. You're not going to believe the card we got again, the Four of Swords. Why is the Temperance card in this reading? Why do we have Temperance here? I mean, I can already tell why, but can we clarify why, please? What is this? Two of Pentacles, yeah. Ten of Pentacles. Why do we have Ten of Pentacles? Can we clarify, please, Spirit? Please. Oh my days. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to explode. Okay, alright. There's a lot of messages here. I'm going to shuffle these back in because we need to plow through. I want to get some oracle cards for you as well. So what's going on in Group 1's week, Spirit? One last card to clarify. Thank you. All right, so that's the same card I shuffled back in. Bottom deck energy is the Moon reversed. So off the cuff, Group 1, you are going to have an emotional week. A lot of stuff will be rising to the surface. I wish I would have checked what this new moon is. Why do I feel like it's a new moon in Taurus? Listen, I'm not sure. I didn't check before I filmed this, but we do have a new moon coming. It's coming on the 21st for those of us in Australia. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a small drink of water. I just get in my throat. Ooh, need to look after my throat. We do have a new moon coming, so it may be significant for your charts in terms of your placements of your signs. I'm just feeling like it's going to be a little bit of an emotional week for you, okay? So the main things to be mindful of the week ahead is yourself. Always put your own emotions, your own energy first. I feel like you're going to learn some things about those around you, those close people around you. The moon reversed can mean secrets coming to light. It can mean dreams becoming reality. But I just feel like you're going to have this emotional resurgence almost, and some of your fears are going to be confronted. I don't mean to scare you. It may not be that drastic. But listen, it's going to be a beautiful week though. Holy heck, we got the Magician and the Empress. So both of these cards to me about creation. They're about creating something. The Magician is someone who is very able to create things. They have the key tool. They have all the tools essentially. All of a sudden, all my words are failing me. But the Magician is someone who does have the ability to manifest things into reality, to create things. And the Empress is someone who is very fertile and often viewed as like a motherly figure who is able to create things. So I do feel like it's going to be a very interesting week with a lot of massive shifts. Those are three major arcana at the bottom deck. So that's very intense, group one, which is probably why we started off with this Four of Swords energy, because you do need to feel comfortable to take time out when you're not coping well, okay, group one? You do need to be mindful of those moments when you need to take rests. And the moon reversed, this is going to be happening in ways that you low-key predicted, because I do feel like you are intuitive, but it's going to, at the same time, need you to just be very aware of, temperance. Be very aware of your energy and not giving too much and not overdoing it and not burning out, and just really looking after yourself first. So Four of Wands reversed. This indicates to me that your home situation is going to be a little unsettled at the start of the week. It may be because of something that happened over the weekend. It's really important that you get enough sleep and that you ensure that you're taking care of your body as well. Four of Wands reverse is just telling me that your energy is going to be imbalanced as well. So you may have a new routine or a new sort of something is affecting your stability in your home, and it kind of feels like it's spilt over from the weekend. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. So I do feel like you're not really feeling that giving come Monday morning or Sunday evening. You're not really feeling like you're able to give to others. You're not feeling playful. You're not feeling romantic. You're just like, you're really needing to be aware of your own emotions here. You need to set the tone for the week by taking care of yourself first and pouring that energy into yourself. A bit of self-care, self-love, and just, if you aren't able to meet up with people and you made plans to meet up with people, you just be honest. Say you're really not feeling well. You need to look after yourself first and take that time to yourself. We have the Eight of Swords, which does tell me that if you don't address this early, it's only going to get worse, and you'll have this feeling as though you've trapped yourself by these commitments. So if you have made plans for the start of the week, just see how you go. I feel like your energy is going to be a little bit imbalanced and you're going to want to spend that time alone instead. So it's important that you take care of yourself first and you don't let that energy affect the rest of your week, because I feel like you just need a bit of time to reflect and think to yourself. So we have the King of Wands next. So as we progress through the beginning of the week, we were having this feeling as though you haven't been productive enough. The King of Wands is giving me this feeling of drive, this desire to want to be proactive, to be productive, to want to do things. You've got this creative urge. You've got this desire to, just be productive. There's this feeling that you may have been putting off projects and that you need to take that start of the week to rest in order to tap into that creative side of you, in order to be able to express towards these projects or towards this work. I feel like you need to look after yourself, because a big part of how you make money or what you're working on at the moment involves your energy, and it can take a lot of your energy if you're not looking after yourself first. So that card, like the desire to create something is strong, but it's clarified by the Four of Swords again. So this is telling me that you should be taking breaks when you have the chance, and you should really be looking after yourself in those moments and not trying to do too much in those moments. So it might be a good idea when you are resting, if you have this compulsion to want to do things, to want to be proactive, then maybe just write down your thoughts and ideas so that you're getting them out of your head and you're giving yourself room to rest as well. So it's not to say that you're not doing anything, you're just allowing yourself the opportunity to rest, and you're writing down all your creative ideas for when you're able to work on them. So Temperance in the middle here tells me that in the middle of the week, there is going to be a challenge of some sorts. If you haven't looked after yourself at the beginning of the week, group one, you are going to feel very burnt out come Wednesday, Thursday. You're going to feel as though you're really needing to balance your energy. Temperance to me is about self-control, about knowing when to be prudent and when to extend yourself. And I feel like you're going to be feeling it in the middle of the week if you haven't put those measures in for self-care. So Temperance in the middle of the week is just another reminder, come Wednesday or Thursday, really allocate time for self-care, really reflect on the beginning of the week and acknowledge your accomplishments, okay? This card has a Scorpio symbol over here. It's actually a Sagittarius card usually, but I am feeling the wateriness here of that liquid being poured. It does feel like you're going to have an emotional week if you really don't exercise safe self-care. I don't know why I had to say safe, but just self-care in general, group one. With the Two of Pentacles clarifying that card, I do believe like you are going to be juggling things. It's going to require you to balance your commitments, to balance your responsibilities, and to ensure that you're allowing enough time for yourself. This Two of Pentacles energy is also saying that you may struggle to say no to certain people. It feels like you have this yes nature, or you feel obligated to take on a lot right now. Maybe you're feeling like you were a bit slack at the beginning of the week and that you owe people things. Just remember, you have to look after number one first. And honestly, like I'm preaching to myself here as well. But at the bottom we have Lord of Harmonious Change. So I do feel like by the middle of the week, you're going to be figuring out how to balance your life and exercise more self-control and self-care in order to restore your energy. Now, the next card we have is the Ten of Pentacles. So as we come into the weekend, there is a feeling of accomplishment here. There is a feeling of progress being made. You're going to feel more productive at work, or however you make your income or you're creating your legacy. You're going to experience a lot of forward movement there. You're going to have a more clear idea of like a vision. I'm feeling like this is a big card, group one. So there may be something around family towards the end of the week as well. It could mean that you're coming together with people who you really value and care about and who you maybe haven't seen in a while, but it has something to do with a legacy. It's the sort of intrinsic motivators in your life, not necessarily like instant gratification. So not like a big money or inheritance. You're not winning the lotto here, I'm sorry, but you are going to receive gratification. You're going to feel accomplished and you're going to feel secure, and it's just this feeling of family as well. So that's what's coming at the end of the week, and that's kind of clarified again by another Pentacles card. This is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So I do feel like group one, this is going to allow you to be less work orientated or less goal orientated. You're still going to be this Queen of Pentacles. People are still looking at you highly, but you're going to be more available to your nurturing and softer side. You're less monetary side, more of the nurturing family side of the Queen. So it is like a feeling of close connection and harmony. I do feel like you're going to experience a beautiful moment with family towards the end of the week that's going to help you feel more appreciative of everything you had. It is going to be something that you struggle with, because I feel like your time is so valuable right now. So you may feel like you're having to sacrifice your time in order to do this. And maybe you have a bit of mentality that, again, you're not being productive in that situation by doing that. But it is something that you value, and it is something that makes you a part of you and who you are. So I do feel like it's like a family reunion or something to do with like close friends, or something that really pulls at your values. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed at the end of the week. So I feel like come the weekend, before you're starting your week over, you're going to go into hibernation mode. You're going to hide out. You're going to, like, I've done what I need to do. So other people, like, I'm ready to just rest. Like, Three of Pentacles is someone who does not want to be in the spotlight. They don't want to be admired. They just want to rest and chill. I feel like you're still going to be working. Like, you're still going to be doing things, but you're going to intentionally isolate yourself. And this is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So I do see that you're needing to be careful of your money on the weekend, okay, Group 1? It's not a time to be frivolous. I feel like you are already concerned about money, though. We do have a lot of Pentacles towards the end of the week here. So just look for ways to show appreciation for yourself, and to be utilizing self-care without using a lot of money, if that makes sense. Because I feel like the things that you like, there is a way to do it without spending too much. If you spend a lot of money, you're not going to be feeling very great about yourself, is what I'm feeling. Like, you're going to feel like you're going backwards. Now, back over here, beneath the Queen of Pentacles, we actually also have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So this is telling me that family situation there, remember, it kind of feels like your timing is precious, and that you don't think you have the time to do that. But it is going to actually help you feel like more in touch with your values. So I do think it is important to make time for that situation, because it also takes you away from your work schedule and the busyness of this constant loop of temperance. So you're going to feel like the timing is off there, and you're going to feel like you need to sacrifice that commitment in order to stay up to date with everything else. I just feel like you're going to have a very emotional week. So while it is very important to look after yourself, know that you are going to get gratification out of attending this event and being present in that moment as well. You're going to feel good about it. So I'm going to get some oracle cards for you. We'll get some moonology cards. Spirit, what can Group 1 expect for their week ahead? What can Group 1 expect for their week ahead? A win-win outcome is forecast. So this is a full moon, in Libra. So something is coming full circle. Listen, I feel like a lot of this is happening behind the scenes, but it has to do with the hard work that you've been putting in. You have been actively working towards something. So this is just confirmation to me that you're going to be successful, and you should be mindful that, not to overexert yourself, and to take rests where necessary to make sure that you're not expending too much energy too soon. Now, the next card we have, I haven't seen this card in a very long time, it rarely comes out, is Be Bold and Make the First Move, the Cardinal Moon. Now, we do have this card that indicates, secrets coming to light. So I feel like you're going to gain more information about something going on in your situation, and that is going to leave you feeling quite motivated towards the beginning of the week. With this King of Wands, you're going to feel passionate, you're going to feel creative, you're going to have this desire to create something, this desire to do something, but your body is almost betraying you. While your energy is active, it's like you don't physically have the ability to do it with the Four of Wands, Four of Swords, sorry. So I do think that you need to at least find a way to express it, like communicate it. It's like you can't physically do it, but there's a way for you to express it a different way, like by writing it down, or maybe by messaging or calling someone and telling them, this is what I want, or this is how I want it done. This is my idea. There's just like another way of doing it. So I feel like you should find a healthy way to get rid of that energy, though, because it is fiery energy, and if you don't expend it, it can turn into anxiety or a bit of concern and fear. So Definitely a lot of, this is a cardinal moon, so it's a lot of kind of leadership, charging first, trailblazing, just taking the lead. So if you do have a creative idea at the beginning, it's come to you for a reason, and I think it will come at a time when you are feeling more reflective rather than proactive. So it's really important that you pay attention to that creative idea. Now, the other card that just came out was adjustments are required. This is a third quarter moon. So this is, to me, speaking about reviewing. So remember that the plans we initially set for ourselves are never, or should never, really be set in stone. There always comes a time where we may need to review or maybe monitor our progress and figure out, are we actually going the way that we wanted it to go, or could we be doing things better? So I do feel like in the middle of the week here with that temperance, it's going to be a good opportunity to review your progress for the week and make adjustments where necessary. What else should Group 1 know, Spirit, about their week ahead? What else should Group 1 know? Balance spirituality with practicality. So full moon in Pisces, your mind and your energy are going to be at opposite ends. Your energy levels are going to fluctuate throughout the week. It has a lot to do with the moon situation, this new moon. But you do need to be wary of your limits here and to look after yourself and put yourself first. So remember that you can be productive without physically expending all your energy, and we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. So the end of the week is really about restoring yourself, putting yourself first, connecting with the people who inspire you, who are aligned with your values, and really just work on recharging yourself so that you can start the next week ahead. We have don't let the past hold you back. So there's a time and place to be reflective, but it's really important that you don't remain stuck and nostalgic in your past to the point where it's limiting your ability to be present. So Spirit's just cautioning that throughout the whole week, this new moon, as well as this moon reverse card, is going to instigate a lot of feelings about your past. It's going to bring up a lot of nostalgic feelings. It's fine to be reflective, but it's really important that you don't let what happened in the past hold you back. So can I get some charms for Group 1, please? What does their week ahead look like? Oh, Group 1, please. Yeah, okay. I might call it there. One last charm came out. So what came out first? The snake. Balance practicality with spirituality. Be very careful about how you talk to yourself, Group 1. You are creating your standards and what is acceptable for others to say to you. So I do feel like you need to be really careful about how you look at yourself and how you see yourself, and what you say to yourself. Because if you're not saying positive things, you're allowing other people the platform to do the same to you. So remember, we set the standards for ourselves. I do think that you're going to get clarity on how to balance your life more, how to make changes necessary to have a more balanced lifestyle, balancing I feel like some of you are taking on maybe a spiritual path right now, and it's hard to balance that with your practical lifestyle and the way that you make money. So you're going to get some sort of clarity on how to do that better, how to create more of a harmonious shift, a harmonious change. Spirit is confirming that you should be seeking peace daily just to recharge, reset. If you're empathetic people, it's really important that you really take care of yourself first before you help others. There is a strong feeling that you're like working for the weekend, essentially. You're really going to be really thinking about like your vices if you have one. So we have 2 charms here that indicate alcohol. This is definitely a warning from Spirit to just look after your body. It's okay like to I just feel like balance here. I'm not trying to say, I don't want to impede judgment or anything, but for Spirit to bring out these 2 charms, it's quite rare. So both of these are about intoxication. So just be really wary of how you treat your body. I'm feeling like you need to just balance it a little bit. Like just be very wary of how your body's responding to the substances. Spirit is asking you to know your value, know your worth. I feel like this week is going to be about focusing on, yes, like you're very motivated people and you have like little projects that I think you're working on or something that you're trying to progress through the week, but don't feel down if you're not making a lot of physical work towards it. Remember, we had at the beginning here this need to just focus on yourself. I think that's what this card is really this charm, is highlighting, because the other side is the money side, and instead Spirit chose to show us the head. So I do think that the focus is on things that aren't necessarily monetary gain. It's more the other important values that we have, like family, and the values that we set for ourselves, the standards we set for ourselves, how we see ourselves, the kind of energy we project into the world. I think that is what this week is about. Even though you intend to start it about being productive in terms of your money, it's going to end up as being a week to appreciate yourself instead. So you will make progress. It's just not as you planned. We have the closure charm here. So it's going to be a tricky week. You're going to feel as though you have some loose ends that need to be tied off, and you're unable to get the closure you need. So it is important that if you are in a profession that requires a lot from you, in terms of your energy, you talk to your managers about how exhausted you're feeling, or maybe just really exercise self-care there, because it feels like your emotions are being pulled from you in this week, and that's something that affects you. You really don't want to bring that home. You do need to be more selfish this week. This is my selfish charm. So just taking time for yourself. We have the commitment charm. So just be wary about the responsibilities you're taking on, okay? Be honest to the people around you. If you are unable to do the things that they're asking from you, tell them. Don't hide it. At the end of the week, we've got a bit of brain fog here around that Three of Pentacles. So you are going to choose to sort of self-isolate in order to just recalibrate and reset. And that's perfectly fine. It's just important that you take time for yourself. So group one, that is what I'm seeing for you. Please look after yourselves. I hope that resonated. Maybe come back in a week and let me know. It's going to be a cruisy week if you let it, though. So remember, the overall energy is just slow. It's about being reflective, not necessarily being too hasty, and being mindful of where you're investing your energy, and just looking after yourself first. So I hope you have a wonderful week, group one, and I will connect with you in another reading. Thank you. Bye. Group two, and welcome if you chose this Ten of Pentacles card. I actually think it was that way. Oh, well. If you chose this Ten of Pentacles card, then this is your reading. So today we are asking for weekly predictions from Spirit, just wanting clarity on the week ahead. I'll come back to your card because it probably will have grounding over your general energy for your reading, but we'll get your cards out first. So group two, Spirit, what can they expect for the week ahead? We have the Emperor reversed. The week ahead for group two, please, Spirit. The week ahead. Can we just get one card, please? Thank you. Death card reversed. We have the Seven of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Pentacles. I might just get one more card for your top row. I know we're kind of struggling to fit all this in, though. There we go. One more card for the top, please, Spirit. What can group two expect for their week ahead? Just one, please. Oh, gosh. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. It's so chatty. It's been a while since I've picked up my decks, so they're kind of like wanting to overexpress everything. So can I please clarify the Emperor reversed? Why is the Emperor reversed in this reading? Spirit. We have the Magician. Oh, I see. I'll take that card too. And we also have the Eight of Swords reversed. I'll show you the cards as I'm speaking about them. Oh. Yeah. Okay. And Queen of Pentacles too, please. My gosh. That's one way to get some cards out. And just a bit of clarity for the Seven of Swords reversed too, please. Gosh. I've got a cheeky spirit guide around me at the moment. I don't know if it's mine. It may be, but I think some of you guys are just cheeky. So we have the Four of Wands reversed. So this is, wow, interesting. So group one's reading started, it wasn't their bottom deck energy, but they started with the Four of Wands reversed. So it could be a little bit similar for you guys. I haven't really examined the spread. I was too busy getting distracted by the spirit, but Bottom deck energy as the Four of Wands kind of talks to me about a feeling of instability, okay? It's this feeling as though your home life is experiencing some disruptions. It could mean that you have this feeling as though you need more, or like this can't be it. You deserve more, or you're waiting for something more to happen. Now, that kind of falls in line with the Ten of Pentacles reversed. It's this feeling as though your family life isn't happy right now. It's not as secure as you want it to be. There could be some sort of risk that you're taking in order to get to your Ten of Pentacles or to get further ahead in life. It just is this feeling as though there could be some sort of separation, or this feeling as though you need more. Your energy is imbalanced and you need more. Now, that is emphasized by our first card, which is the Emperor reversed. This card talks about control. It talks about being assertive, dominant, really just in your masculine energy. It is a fatherly card, so a word of warning to those of you who are in touch with your fathers. It might be a good time to just check up on them and not take what they say to heart, because they're not speaking from their true self at the start of the week. If you experience issues with the men in your life, know that they aren't speaking from their true character. They're speaking out of character. In general, though, the beginning of your week feels as though it's out of control a little bit. You feel as though you're not as stable as you could be. I do think that this is happening for a reason, though. It has something to do with the Magician and the Eight of Swords. So it has something to do with breaking out of this theory that you have no options, okay? There's this mentality that you're stuck and that you're out of control, but actually you're manifesting something. You are in control. You have power. You're not powerless. You have options and you are manifesting something. Now, there is something happening towards the beginning of the week as we go on with the Death card reversed. This tells me that there is something ending. It's going to be a little bit emotional. Now, I did warn Group 1, we have a new moon coming at the end of this week, the beginning of next week. So this new moon could be triggering a lot of emotions about your past. Unfortunately, I didn't check what the hell the new moon is in. I think it's a new moon in Taurus, but I could be wrong. This is a new moon that is, for whatever reason, triggering a lot of feelings about the past. So we're stirring up some nostalgic feelings. Now, this is actually having a positive effect on you because it's inspiring your happiness. It's inspiring this feeling of peace, this feeling of bliss. Although the Death card is here, it's almost like you're happy that you've ended this cycle, or you're happy that something is ending and something is starting new. You're appreciating this opportunity to create something new and to have a new beginning of some sort. So it's actually a good ending for you. It's also helping you appreciate your power again, because I do feel like you are manifesting something. I'll get clarity on that in the end. So the next card in the middle of the week here, we have impatience. So I had this in Group 1 too, but I feel like it's even more emphasized in your reading, Group 2. You're feeling impatient. The middle of the week hits you hard. You may have an energetic slump. You may be feeling as though you're not really progressing as you could be. You may be feeling unproductive. It's just really important to focus on your present situation. I feel like you're thinking of the future here. You're daydreaming, you're getting lost in your fantasies. It's really important that you remain present, and one of the best ways to do that could be by just exercising gratitude as well, and just grounding yourself in the moment, being appreciative of what you have presently and appreciating how far you've come as well. There's just a feeling that you need to be more present in the middle of the week, because this tendency to look into the future is also creating a lot of anxiety, and it's creating some sleepless nights. It's keeping you up at night worrying about what the future has to hold. So there is a feeling that you need to stay present, okay, especially in the middle of the week. Now, as we progress towards the weekend, the end of the working week, the Queen of Pentacles upright tells me that you are going to have some sort of recognition. Your work life is going to be secure. For whatever reason, there's this leveling up energy. I don't know if your work involves you giving to others, but people are going to be admiring your work towards the end of the week. You're going to feel very appreciated, very like loved, like you are responsible for other people is what I feel. But there's this feeling of like gratitude towards you. You're going to feel humbly appreciative of those who are recognizing your efforts. Now, it's not necessarily anything you don't already know, because the card beneath that is the Hanged Man reversed. So you know this about yourself, but it's always good to hear it from others. And it's a little bit of like an ego boost is what I'm feeling. So you're going to have this secure feeling. Why are all the noisy cars choosing to go past now? You're going to have this secure feeling at the end of the week, and it's going to help you appreciate your present moment and how far you've come and the person that you are. Now, the Hanged Man usually talks about gaining a fresh perspective. So I feel like for it to be reversed, you may be feeling a little bit stuck, like, and it's weird because we've just come out of this feeling of like you're looking at the future and you're getting anxious, and then all of a sudden you're stuck in the present. So maybe the end of your week is going to go very quickly, group 2, and you're not going to be given the opportunity to even daydream. You're just going to be very flat out and very fixated on your present, or forced to examine your present. We have the King of Swords reversed, so okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So just really take a moment to think before you communicate at the end of the week. I do feel like you may end up getting offended by something that someone tells you, but you are appreciated, you are valued, you're valuable. As the Queen of Pentacles, you are very valuable, but it just feels as though somebody may say something that gives you the wrong impression, or it leaves you feeling a little bit bruised by what they've said. I don't think that this is genuine for that person. I don't think that their intention was to hurt you, but it just feels like there's a miscommunication at the end of the week, especially with this King of Swords reversed. That could be a masculine energy. I just think it's someone who didn't realize the full extent of their words, and they didn't realize how painful their words could be towards you. It's something that is going to help for whatever reason. Why is this helping, Spirit? So the Wheel of Fortune upright is usually like good fortune. It's something good coming. So I think you just need to be mindful of karma here. Like with whatever other people are saying to you, just know that what goes around comes around. You don't have to reciprocate. You don't have to retaliate or talk back or say anything. You don't owe that person anything. You are valuable. People look up to you, and you know this. So I do feel like whatever temperance you exert in that situation is going to be rewarded to you tenfold with the Wheel of Fortune upright. Your lack of actions says more about your character than their actions say about them, if that makes sense. So whatever this person says and does to you, the fact that you don't respond is going to be considerably in your favor, group 2. So on the weekend, we have this need to ground our dreams. You have this strong desire, like all week you've been fantasizing, you've been thinking about what you want to do, and then the weekend comes and it's almost over too quickly. So make sure that you have your plan set, figure out maybe what you want to do, because it's almost like you have too many choices and not enough time. And I know that that's very common for a lot of us, but for you especially, I feel as though if you don't figure out like exactly what you're going to do, you're going to end up feeling as though you've wasted your whole weekend, and it's going to be a really hard start of another week for you. So you do have plans, you have options. There's this feeling as though you have so much you want to do, but for whatever reason, there's this feeling as though you may be missing out. It's my friend the garbage man. I just let him go past before I continued. So I just feel like you need to really make a clear plan of what you want to do and who you want to spend your time with, so that you get everything done and you don't end up feeling as though you've wasted your energy. There are some people who you want to spend time with, and you mainly have a certain amount of time that you're able to offer them. And I feel that if you don't prioritize those people, you're going to feel upset and you're going to really just be overthinking, like, man, I should have prioritized them. I should have given them more time. They actually mean so much to me. I wish I didn't spend all my weekend doing this instead. I do feel like you're going to have a fun weekend though. Like, you're going to be using your weekend to distract yourself from whatever pain is happening, and it's going to be freeing. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good weekend, I think. So can we get some charms, Spirit? What is happening in Group 2's weekend? Well, oh, not weekend, sorry, week. What is happening in Group 2's week? Ooh. Okay. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, listen, I'm going to call it there. We have a very proactive spirit guide in our midst, and they just keep throwing things everywhere. All right, so the first charm that came out was the confusion charm. So I feel like you are going to be starting your week feeling that you're out of control, that you don't have a lot of options, but you are manifesting something. That's right. I was going to clarify. What is Group 2 manifesting? What is this magician? You are manifesting... Oh my gosh, you've been manifesting it for a while. We have the Seven of Pentacles again reversed. You want instant gratification. You're afraid that it's not coming. It's slow but steady. Group 2, it's coming. What are they manifesting? It might be something to do with money. You might be manifesting... Oh, I see. Okay, hang on. Let me just stop talking and get some stuff. Okay, we have the Six of Wands reversed. What is Group 2 manifesting, Spirit? What is Group 2 manifesting? What is Group 2 actually manifesting, though? What is Group 2 manifesting? Yeah, okay. So listen, for some of you, it's like a work opportunity. It's something that has the potential to offer you a lot of wealth. Some of you are in a job that is just draining you, and you want something better, and you're trying to better yourself. But it's like the more energy you put towards that, like the less money you have now, because it's just pulling you. You're very exhausted is what I feel. For others of you, you're manifesting like this... I know, I really feel like you want this lifestyle, like you want a completely different lifestyle. Like, I feel like it's not one thing that you're manifesting a lot of just wealth and abundance, and you're going to be appreciated for that towards the end of the week. You're going to have this moment of recognition as the Queen of Pentacles. But it's really important that you remember, the way that you think about yourself and what you say to yourself is contributing to that as well. So it's really important that you don't instigate doubt. So don't say things to yourself like, oh, I'm not going to be successful, or don't tell other people like, yeah, I'm still with that job, but it's just like I've been there for so long, I don't know how to get out now. It's really important that you continue to be affirmative and positively affirm your movement, because you are manifesting the way that you see yourself is creating your reality, is what Spirit is saying. So if you continue to instill fear and doubt and this feeling of stagnation, then you are going to continue to be stagnant, because that is what you are manifesting. It is happening, it's just happening very slowly. So it is important that you don't give up. If you are exhausted, just take a little bit of time to try to loosen your responsibilities a little bit, because I do feel like you're very exhausted. So at the beginning of your week, yes, you do need to be mindful of your energy. Monday is going to be a difficult day for you. You're going to feel like you're out of control and you're not being recognized for the authoritative person that you are. Perhaps you're looking for a promotion, Group 2. I do think that you are going to be successful. It may mean that you switch careers, but for the week ahead, your beginning of your week, you're thinking about your past, you're thinking about how long you've been in this lifestyle or in this career, and you're feeling really bound by it. You're just like, oh, this isn't where I want to be. This isn't who I want to be. This isn't what I want. Like, with this commitment charm here, it feels like you're actually trying to commit your energy elsewhere. You're trying to get something else going on, like you've got like something else that you want to work towards. This intoxicated charm popped up for us. So for the beginning of the week, I just feel like there's this feeling of toxic self-talk. So just be really mindful. Remember that the things we say to ourselves is what we are manifesting for ourselves. And maybe it would be useful for you to journal some of your ideas or some of your dreams. I feel like journaling at the beginning of the week is going to be useful for a lot of you, group 2. Now, as we move forward over this death card here, this feeling as though you need to end something, it's something that you've been wanting for a while. It's something that you're quite stuck on. Maybe this is an event that you had premeditated and it's going to make you very happy. It's going to give you this Disney feeling, this ooey gooey, innocent happiness, this pure bliss, pure peace. It's something that you actually really want, that you're craving, something that you've even dreamt about. So the death reversed is like you're almost creating, sorry, I just saw that end because of my foot. It's almost like you're creating this ending, you're creating this new beginning, like you've been waiting for it. Yeah, so I'd be interested to know what that is. It feels like it's happening on like Tuesday or Wednesday or maybe even like Monday night. Over here in the middle of the week, we have the need to express ourselves even more. So remember, this is the week where you feel like you can't stay present. You're just over the week already. It's been a long week and you just want to be the weekend already. It is really important that you express and communicate effectively because you're having a lot of anxiety in the middle of the week. So whether that means that you withdraw communication from certain people so that you have more energy for yourself, or that you're just more assertive with your communication style so that your boundaries are more firm and you're not letting other people take from you. I just feel like you need to be more present in the middle of the week. There's this feeling of jealousy. It feels as though other people's success is, you're using that as like a measurement for your own success. It might be really... Yeah, that's not going to help. I'm sorry, you guys. Just be mindful of that because we're all individuals on our own journey. And I know that in this day and age, it's so easy to keep up with people and to get a glimpse into other people's lifestyles and to feel as though you should be where they're at, if not better. But it's not going to help you. If anything, it's only going to create more fear, more anxiety, more frustration. So just be mindful for that. It might be useful for some of you guys to just delete your social media apps in the middle of the week and re-download them on the weekend, because it's just going to keep you up at night, this feeling of like you want what they have, or it's going to offer you an epiphany though, is what I feel, because the Nine of Swords can also mean an epiphany, and for whatever reason there's like this moment of clarity in the middle of the week, like you're going to go, nah, that's not working, I need to try something else, and it's going to be a moment of understanding and an epiphany, clarity. So over the weekend here we have another charm. We have the sign charm, so just pay attention to the signs on the weekend. I feel like when you're planning your weekend and you're trying to figure out, well, who do I spend time with? There is someone, they may be feminine, who does want to spend time with you, group 2. They really want to spend time with you. They're quite valuable to you and you might be quite valuable to them. So it may be worth like reaching out to them and connecting with them. This charm is usually about connecting. It's usually about union, but for whatever reason, there's only one here. So I think that it would be useful if you want to spend time with this person. It would be very beneficial for you to reach out and let them know, because they do want to spend time with you too. And we have the sunglass charm reverse. So it is important that you communicate effectively. Some of the people who are offending you throughout the week, they're not doing it maliciously. It's just that they don't understand where you're coming from. So it would be good to communicate effectively, to shed light on the situation and to share the situation from your perspective. So I'm going to get some Moonology cards for you as well. What can group 2 expect for the week, Spirit? The first card that came out, it almost stuck to my nail. It's time to release negativity. We have a full moon in Scorpio here. So definitely it's time to release negativity, to address, you don't deserve to stay in your fears. If you're having trouble sleeping in the middle of the night, it's really important that you pay attention to that. You are manifesting something. So believe in the impossible. Continue to live as if you already got what you're seeking and have faith in your dreams, okay? A little bit of patience, group 1. You are still manifesting this. And for many of you, you know what it is, but it's just been a long time that you've been doing it now. You and your loved ones are safe. So it could have something to do with the weekend there. This is a new moon in Cancer, though. So I do feel like we have a lot of water energy this week. We are coming into Cancer season. Holy heck, your dreams need a practical plan. This is actually the Queen of Pentacles energy again. So I do feel like you are going to be recognized for some of your success, and it's important that you use that to continue moving forward. We have a personal issue reaches resolution. I'm feeling that towards the end of the week. That's a full moon in Cancer. We are about to enter Cancer season, and we have a win-win outcome is forecast. So that came up for group 1 as well, but listen, I think this is more long-term for you. I'm sorry, group 2, but your week is going to be a beautiful week. I just think that you need to continue to be positive in how you are manifesting this, because you are so close. This week is going to be frustrating for you, but you are going to get through it, okay? And you're going to have a wonderful weekend. Just make sure to prioritize what you want to do and to make a plan in terms of what you want to do. Don't let pride get in your way. A full moon in Leo. So again, when those people offend you, just know that they aren't doing it maliciously. They just need to know things from your perspective. So it is important that you communicate effectively. And it's a good opportunity for you to gain recognition for how much work you actually do as well. So group 2, I hope that resonated. I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay safe wherever you are in this world, and I'll connect with you in another reading. Thank you. Bye. Group 3, and welcome. If you chose this 10 of Cups card, then this is your reading. So the 10 of Cups in this deck is actually reversed. So I'll come back to it, but this could talk about feeling unfulfilled, feeling as though you didn't get to accomplish everything you did emotionally, a feeling of needing to express yourself, or people taking advantage of your emotions as well. So I don't mean to start like that. We'll come back to it. We'll see if it has any grounding over your overall week. So Spirit, what is happening for group 3? What is their week going to be like? Group 3, please, Spirit. What is group 3's week predictions? Listen, this is a very emotional week for a lot of us. I'm getting very similar cards. So I just feel like the collective energy, especially in our community, we are getting a lot of impatience. We're having to work through a lot of our fears. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of purging of emotions as well. I just want to remind you, group 3, that you are going to get through it, okay? Nothing is permanent. Everything in this life is temporary. We can get through these moments, as difficult as they seem and as immobilizing as they seem. You will get through this. It's not a permanent situation. So can I clarify the Death card, please, Spirit? Can I clarify the 9 of Swords too, please? Okay. I think that's meant for that card. Oh, God. All right. There's a lot of wands at the bottom here, so I'm feeling like a lot of fear, a lot of frustration, maybe even a little bit of jealousy, just exhaustion, a lot of exhaustion. Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here, Spirit? Why is the Queen of Swords here? Okay, why do we have the Page of Pentacles? Interesting. Yeah. All right, so Queen of Cups reversed is your bottom deck energy. So yes, you do need to be a little bit weary of your emotions this week, group 3. It does have a feeling as though your emotions are not fulfilled this week. You are struggling with a feeling of emptiness, perhaps, and it kind of spills over for this week. The Queen of Cups reversed, you're feeling a little vulnerable. You're feeling as though when you express yourself, people may take advantage of you, or it's this feeling of being unheard in general, like you can't express yourself, you don't have the opportunity to be honest about how you're feeling, and that kind of starts from the beginning with the Death card. This is a very watery card. This is a Scorpio card, so there is a need to let something end here with this Death card. Something is finishing here. Something is coming to an end, and it needs to be accepted in order for new beginnings to begin, essentially. The card clarifying the death card is the Three of Wands. So this ending will put you in planning mode. You have a feeling that like not all of your energy was invested in that. There's something else out there for you and it's coming to you soon. So you will be in a little bit of like a whimsical energy at the beginning of the week. You're kind of stuck in the future. Your head is thinking forward. You're not making any moves. You're kind of accepting the situation for what it is, but you are thinking about the future and how you're going to move forward from here. So as we move into the week, we start with the Nine of Swords upright. So it is very important that you pay attention to your dreams. You may be having difficulty sleeping at the beginning of the week. I think it might be useful for some of you to just take time to write down what you're dreaming about, just to get it out of your head. There is a feeling of anxiety here, so it is important for you to just do what's healthy for you. If you have like a self-care routine or some sort of mental health routine, something to help you stay grounded, especially if you do experience anxiety, just understanding your fears and working with your fears, not trying to fight them, but finding moments to be grounded and to stay grateful and to stay present, because our anxiety takes us for a ride sometimes, and often what we're experiencing isn't the full truth of the situation. Our mind likes to take us down some very dark paths, and not all of it is true. So I think that some of this fear is coming from your accomplishments. There's this fear as though you haven't done enough, or there's this fear as though you're not being recognized for your work. And it does feel like you are isolating yourself, like you're not reaching out to people who do care about you. You're struggling here. I'm not going to lie, Group 3. Your energy is imbalanced, and we have the Strength card reversed as well. So there is this feeling to extend, just let people know if you're not coping, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. It's the truth. And honesty is more valuable than compassion. You know, if you are struggling, if you don't have the strength to extend compassion to others, then just be honest and tell them the truth. You know, I'm not actually coping well. I can't really offer you what you need from me because I just don't even have the strength for myself right now. I think it's really important that you do put yourself first at the beginning of the week especially, and to get into a self-care routine where you're staying present, because something at the beginning of the week immediately sets your mind into the future, and you become very concerned about the future and what your future looks like. And it's just this energy pull. I don't think you need to be concerned about finances, Group 3, in this week, but like energetically, you have a lot of fear, especially at the beginning of the week, and it has something to do with this death. You've accepted that there's an ending here, but you are afraid about what that ending means. So as we hit the middle of the week here, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, Group 3. So this tells me that you are going to be feeling a little bit impatient, but you're kind of grateful as well. Like there is a feeling of like respite in the middle here. I've used that word a lot in this video, but it's just kind of this feeling of like you get to breathe a little bit, like you've done all the hard work now, and now all you have to do is wait, because I do feel like you're going to be very exhausted, okay? By the time we hit Wednesday, you are really going to need to be mindful of your responsibilities. Don't overcommit yourself. Be very wary of who you're sharing your energy with, because you have the tendency to just give until you have nothing left to give. So if you do have the opportunity to take a break in the middle of the week and to just sit back and admire your work for a little while, I would take that break, Group 3, because you are going to need it. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's this feeling as though you do have security, okay? There just needs to be a little bit more patience there. This isn't a time for instant gratification. It's a time to just be a little bit more patient, especially monetary-wise. Don't do the easy route, okay, in the middle of the week. Try to avoid instant gratification. That could mean with your diet as well, just be putting in a little bit more effort into meal prepping, or just, I feel like, just stay away from the need to simplify or gratify yourself instantly. Just be wary of that, because it's not helping you. While it's helping you time-wise, money-wise, it's all adding up as well. So as we go forward towards the weekend, we have the Queen of Swords here. Now, the Queen of Swords is someone who is an effective communicator. They are witty as well, but they do come across as being cold. They can appear very blunt and short, like they don't have a lot of patience for a lot of people. They have a very specific perspective at times, but they appreciate the bigger perspective as well. So the Queen of Swords can appear very opinionated, they can appear judgmental at times, but it comes from a position of making the right decision. So I think that as you continue into the rest of the week, this is the kind of energy that you are going to be in, which isn't a bad energy, but it just you might offend some people. Group 3. And if you're friends with someone who picked group 2, chances are you're going to offend them. But I just feel like you have this, you are going to offend some people. Some people aren't going to take what you say very well. They're going to see it as like you're trying to offend them, but actually you're just trying to make the right decision. You appreciate the long-term aspect of this. You may have to cut someone off in order to I don't like to say this, but it feels like you're teaching them a lesson. Like they can't do that to you, or they that's not how you do that, or that's not how you make things happen. There's a right way to do it, and this person was trying to do it the cheat way, and you're like, no, you can't do it that way. You have to do it the right way, and it's going to take time and effort, but that's the right way to do it. So it has something to do with patience. Like this person thinks that you're being very judgmental of them. Like they feel like you just cut them short and you pull them down a peg and be like, no, you have to do it this way or no way. Like there's only one way to do it. So it's very interesting. I'll get some clarity to see if there's anything else there, but it feels like you might offend that person. They're going to appreciate what you have to say in hindsight. Like over time, they're going to look back and go, okay, actually, I can see why they did that to me, and it makes sense now. But at the time, they're kind of thinking like, what a rude person. Why did they have to say it like that? The message is just a little bit cut and dry. Now, on the weekend, we have the Page of Pentacles. So I do believe that you're going to hear from someone. Somebody's going to reach out to you. This is a communication card. It may be someone who you share blood with, or someone who you consider family, like a close connection, someone who you value. They are someone who you may have known when you were younger as well, or they may be younger than you. I just feel like somebody is going to reach out to you and they're going to want to connect with you on the weekend. Now, this may not be what you want. The Hanged Man reverse kind of tells me that you just want to chill, like you don't really want to take this offer up, or it's not like they're offering you anything, but they just want to talk to you, and I don't know if you want to talk to them. The Hanged Man kind of tells me that you have the opportunity to get a fresh perspective on this person and your connection with them if you choose to, but I don't think that you're going to be doing very much here. You're going to kind of just want to chill and sit back and not really go out there and experience a lot. So it may be that you talk to this person on the phone or over social media, but I feel like you're going to have a very relaxed weekend. Now, there is a warning in that, okay? It's your choice. You don't have to do anything. Maybe you're a bit too exhausted from your week to go out. But if you do that, just know that you're not going to be 100% happy by the time the weekend ends. You're going to wish that you had done more. So the Sun reversed here is really just saying that if you do get the opportunity over your weekend to go out and to actually sit in the sun and have fun in the sun, then it would be a good idea to do that, because that vitamin D is going to make you very happy. You are going to be grateful that you did go out into nature and that you took that moment. And it doesn't have to be like a whole day out. You don't even have to do much. I just think that it would be beneficial for you, and especially for your mental health, for you to like go out on at least one day and sit in the sun. Very specific message, Group 3, but that's going to actually make you feel like you've done something, and it's going to make you feel a little bit happier as well. The Sun card is never a bad card. I think that it's just a little bit of a warning in this spread that you are going to regret doing nothing. So it would be a good idea for you to get some sun. So Group 3, Spirit, can we get some charms? What does their week ahead entail? Oh, wow. Interesting. I'm going to call it there. All right, so over here at the sun, I do feel like there's communication at the bottom of that column. We got the communication charm, so somebody is going to communicate with you. You are quite connected to them. This is somebody who you do share a connection with. They are someone that you may have known when you were younger, or they are younger than you. Over the Queen of Swords energy here, we have the commitment charm. So again, I feel like the reason why you get short with this person and you end up confronting them and telling them the truth, like you can't do that, you have to do it the right way, is because you do value them and they do value your perspective, and it's just a matter of doing it the right way. Like it has to be done right. It has to be done traditionally in the way that is going to pay off the best. Again, when you're communicating, just make sure that you're communicating effectively so this person understands that you're trying to do it to share your perspective. You're not trying to offend them. You know that what they're doing has to be done a certain way. Yeah, I just think that it's very important that you tell them that you kind of explain where you're coming from here. You let them in to your perspective, because if not, they're going to get offended. They're going to think that you're just trying to be rude. It's up to you, guys. It's up to you. So in the middle of the week here, we are feeling exhausted. Look at this little guy. This is my intoxication charm. So if you do have time to rest, please rest, but remember to take care of yourself. Put your body first, okay? Remember that what you put into your body is the reality you're creating for yourself. Everything matters, and it's how you treat yourself is how other people treat you too. So I just think you should be really taking care of yourself in the middle there, especially with that instant gratification feel. Although it may be quicker for you to do that, it is adding up. I'm really stuttering in this video. It's all adding up money-wise and physically. It might be useful for you guys to meal prep. We have this bound charm. So I think that it's not like something that you want, but it's something that you're just getting stuck into the cycle of doing. So it's really important that if you want to break that cycle, you do that. You have the power to do that, okay? Remember, you are driving your own car here. It's your journey. You're leading this. The actions you take is the directions you're going in. That was very tongue twisty, but I'm just trying to say, like, you're in control of your actions here. Now we have the owl charm, but that was actually reverse group 3. So what I'm feeling is that, you're kind of ignoring the wisdom here. You know that what you're doing can't continue for very much longer, but you're still kind of doing it. You're ignoring the truth of it. So it is important that you just take time to respect yourself and love yourself and nurture yourself and really look after yourself. Now, I do feel like your dreams at the beginning of the week are going to be somewhat of an issue. You're going to have some trouble sleeping at the beginning of the week. This is Made with Care in Wonderland. This is my Alice in Wonderland charm. I'm trying to get it to focus. Anyway, it was over the 9 of Swords. So I do feel like you're going to be having difficulties, and see what is happening in your daytime world. What is happening in your reality is also manifesting in your dreams. You're going to be recognizing your subconscious, and it would be very useful for you to write down your dreams if you do have a dream journal, or maybe that's something that would be good for you, just to fully understand how your fears are manifesting, because I do think that a lot of your fears in the beginning of the week is giving you this sort of bitterness, this bitter feeling as though you're limited and you have no options. And it's kind of like group 2, but it's different again for you. I just think that at the beginning of the week, our energy is going to be all over the place with this new moon. All right, so speaking of the beginning of the week, remember the past is something that we cannot control, okay? Don't let the past hold you back. It's happened, and it's happened for a reason. We can't change it. We can accept it for what it is, and then we move forward. Don't let the past hold you back. There's this feeling as though the past is pulling you back, like you're really focused on your south node at the beginning of the week. So just appreciate it for what it is, for what it happened. Accept that it happened. This ending happened. And it's time to move forward, to continue growing your coin for yourself, to continue adding value to your life for yourself, to live for yourself. I do feel like you're going to be feeling very motivated to create money or wealth for yourself at the beginning of the week. And there's a lot of fear around that. but you are going to work through it. It's just a matter of staying grounded and looking after your body along the way as well. You have a lot of insight to offer this person down here with the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Just remember to communicate effectively to help that person understand why you need to tell them to do things a certain way. Because they are going to appreciate it with time, but at first it is going to offend them. And your weekend, someone is going to want to connect with you, to reach out to you. I don't think you'll physically see them, but they do want to check up on you and they want to know how you're doing. So we have nothing is yet set in stone. So there is a watery new beginning coming, and it involves accepting that something has to end first. We have confidence is your key to success. This is Leo. This is fire energy, a new moon in Leo. So you do need to work through your fears, group 3, because you are going to be successful. You just need to be confident and to continue to believe in yourself and believe in your dreams and the energy that you're putting into your dreams as well. What else can we offer group 3, Spirit? What else can we offer group 3, please, for their week ahead? We have luck is on your side, a new moon in Sagittarius. This is quite spontaneous energy, group 3. This is something that you may not be expecting. It might come out of nowhere. It's going to be very surprising, and it does involve luck. So I do feel like it's going to pay off. Everything happens for a reason. This ending had to happen the way it did in order for something new to come about. And this new beginning is going to be fiery. It's very important that you work through your fears, though. So what else can we tell group 3 about their week ahead, Spirit? What is happening in group 3's week ahead? Oh, surrender to the divine, a full moon in general. So we have a new moon coming. I think that you're going to notice a lot of change by the time the next full moon comes. This card to me is, again, it's about acceptance. It's about understanding that some things are out of your control. You cannot change the past, but you can accept what has happened. And it's time to live in the present. Surrender the future. You can't control that either. Just remember to stay present and to continue working towards your goals. Now we have the answers you need are coming. This is a full moon in Gemini. We are exiting Gemini season now and we're entering Cancer season. So we're going to be experiencing group 3 a lot of closure. There's a lot of endings. You are going to get some clarity. I think it will come to you with that Hanged Man. You're going to get a fresh perspective on something. And this week, at the end of this week on the weekend, something is going to be revealed to you that will help you understand why something at the beginning of the week had to happen the way it did. So it's been something that you've been waiting for a while. New moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So I feel like it's taken a while for this to come, but it is coming. Bottom deck energy is work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Give yourself time. Okay, because you are very watery at the beginning of this week and throughout the week. You're going to have a lot of emotions. Give yourself time to process those emotions. It's natural, it's healthy. You have a right to feel this way, but it's very important that you don't let your past hold you back and you continue to appreciate and live in your present. Stay grounded and don't let your weekend pass you by, Go out and let the sun shine on your beautiful skin. So group 3, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope you have a wonderful week. It might be good if you feel like it. Come back in a week's time and let me know how you went. Just sending you lots of love and light wherever you are, and I'll connect with you in another reading. Thanks, group 3. Bye.